Hey everybody, this is Linskins and welcome to another speed build. Today I am building apartments, and these apartments are inspired by Brooklyn, New York, or New York City. Or Brooklyn is a part of New York City. It's really hard to explain that. But I have been seeing a lot of people doing apartment builds, and I was like, that looks like fun. I want to do that. I'm inspired by, or not really inspired, but really excited about the new expansion pack coming out. I think it's called City Life. I can't remember. I didn't write it down, unfortunately, but I think that's what it's called. It looks really fun. I keep watching the trailer like over and over again. I'm really hyped about it. So yeah, I'm super excited about like having apartments, and I think it'll be really interesting, especially because they noted in their blog on the Sims blog, Sims 4 blog, I think it is, they kind of noted that there will be landlords and they'll be unhappy if you take down the build, or like down the actual structure of the apartment. So I thought that was pretty interesting. I don't know how I feel about that yet, but I mean, we don't have our hands on that expansion pack yet, so there's really no way to know how it's going to be. It does kind of seem limiting, but I'm not going to complain yet because, I mean, like I said, we don't really know what's going to go on. So, yeah, I'm just building I think it's like a 4-story apartment complex, and the bottom 2 floors are the bigger units, and I think there are like 2 bedrooms, and then the ones on top are studio apartments, so they don't have like bedrooms. They just have one full room and a bathroom, and they also have balconies. So just depending on what your Sims want, that's kind of like where it goes, I guess. So yeah, and I'm just trying to figure out the layout. It took me a while, just because I've never built apartments on The Sims before. So it was really interesting, and I wanted it to have that high-rise look, but kind of like old apartments. So the top floor is actually full-size walls. So I wanted it to have really big and beautiful windows with natural lighting, and the top apartment is, I think it's my favorite. And I put this really cool Sim in there. She's like really artsy, but like she likes to cook and stuff, and there's a really nice little kitchen in there. So I'm really excited about it, and I wanted to have brick on here. Oh, draw one of my cards. Oh well. I take notes before recording, so I'm gonna get that. Okay. Oh, don't get away from me. Okay, there we go. Sorry, guys. So yeah, I think one of the most like exciting things from The Sims 4 City Life that I'm excited for is that the diversity. Like, I don't know if you've seen some of the outfits The Sims have, but it's got a lot of cultural reference in it, and I'm really excited about it. Like, because I feel like my biggest complaint about The Sims 4, in a constructive way, not like a mean way or anything like that, but they don't really, I mean, they try to diversify the crowd, but I don't know how well they go about doing it, and sometimes like the hair and stuff like that, like the textures, they're not good, and you know, it's kind of an insult to the people. So I'm actually really excited that, you know, it'll be improved in this game pack, I feel like. Also, to note, when I put like windows in certain spots of the apartment, and I guess that's where like the half walls are kind of blocking off the balcony, it like glitched out the windows and the door, so it's just like a little ombre thing without the door and windows, and I'm like, okay, but I tried to ask the team about it, and nobody got back to me. So I guess it's kind of just a thing that's gonna stay, unfortunately. But I would really like to see that fixed. So if somebody could fix that, it'd be great. And I really like this bottom apartment because it's like a little family apartment, 2-bedroom unit. I imagined a single mom with her 2 kids, and actually moved in like a twin, like boy and girl combo. And so it's just a really cute little bedroom. I made bunk beds. I've seen The Sims Supply do that lately, and I was like, oh, that's such a good idea. So I went for it. It's not plate tested, so I don't know if they actually work or not, but I just thought, I don't know, it's just for looks. And this kitchen I end up really loving. I do kind of like that wallpaper, but I actually go with a red tile. And I don't really use red a whole lot. I feel like it's one of those colors that's this, I really don't know how to use it often, but I feel like paired with this light blue, it's just a really good contrast, and it really goes well. It's kind of warm and inviting, so I was really happy with the way that turned out. I like that little mirror above the stove. So, the bar is actually the dining room table as well. So there's really not a dining room table. And I really like those lights with the like pots and pan lights. So, yeah. But yeah, another thing I'm really excited about with the new expansion pack, I'm really excited about the food carts and like the festivals and stuff like that. I think that's gonna be really fun. I'm not sure how they're gonna do that yet, but it looks like it's gonna be really, really cool. So yeah. I was thinking about the other day, and my friend Sarah, so shout out to you. I don't know if you actually watch this or not, but she's fantastic. She's one of my best friends. She was she was like a bridesmaid. She's really close to me. I really enjoy her company and everything. Well, her brother is disabled, and so she's actually like brought awareness to me, like about disability rights and that sort of thing. And like, I think it would be really cool if The Sims 4 would, allow us to make characters that are disabled. Like, like I feel like we should have that option, because like the more she talks about it, like more I'm like, yeah, they're people and they function in society, and it would be cool if we made that more normal, because there are people that actually have to deal with that. And so it would be really cool if we could like include people with disabilities like in our story. I mean, you don't have to get real like specific with it, but like just some sort of representation, because we're really good about it. Like I feel like The Sims has come a long way as far as like representing different groups of people. Like, we have transgender Sims now, and I think that's fantastic, but I still think we have a little ways to go. And I don't know, I just, like, I think it would be really cool to represent, like, this particular group of people, because they have to live too, and they probably want to have Sims represent them as well. And if we reach a bigger audience, I think that would be really cool. We could have, like, ramps, like, for people to get in and stuff instead of stairs. And, I think we're getting elevators in the new expansion pack, which it hasn't been confirmed, but I saw a picture and it looked like an elevator, so I'm just assuming. But yeah, it's just a thought. So let me know what you guys think. Do you think that would be good? Because I know some people probably think it's, like, insulting or, like, treading, like, scary waters, or, like, I don't know. But I think that it would be awesome to have representation for all groups of people, and, like, really working on diversifying The Sims. I think it's necessary in this world. And I think it would be really fun to see how people use the stories and everything like that. And obviously it would be in a respectful manner. But yeah, just let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Here we are. We're actually working on the kid's bedroom, and I just love this bedroom. And I put that little picture there with the curtain to kind of look like a little scene, like a little scenery, kind of like a backdrop, so they can imagine like they're in the prairie or something, and outside is actually the city, but maybe they want to be in like a storybook kind of world. So I don't know, just thought of that. So we don't really have murals, which I don't know. It looks like we're gonna get murals. I'm really excited. I really want it to be November already. That would be awesome. So yeah, we are just decorating this and have little backpacks and everything. And it's really funny because I made boy and girl for this room, but it is kind of a boy room, like, but you can always customize it. Like, you can make it however you want. But I would recommend testing the bunk beds first, which I have not done. I need to do that. So I'm really worried it's not going to work. And I kind of like this bathroom. I put storage above the sink and everything, and I think it turned out really well. Where there's like towels and stuff like that. It's a pretty big bathroom too. Really didn't feel like I needed a second one, but I thought it would be nice for the mom to have like an ensuite where she can go and relax and just have time to herself after a busy day at work or something. I don't know. And I still went with this like blue and red theme with the red doors and then, the blue accents, like the walls and stuff like that. So, yeah, this is pretty simple, standard little bedroom, but I'm really happy with the way it turned out. It looks really cool to me. It looks very kind of nautical, like she was inspired by the ocean or something. And she just has a little simple wardrobe. It's nothing too fancy. It's just kind of minimalist, but it's just really nice. And I like it a lot. And then her bathroom looks so relaxing. Like, I would love to relax there. So she has a shower and a bath, which is really nice. So, yeah. And then we're about to move on to the bathroom, or to the apartment upstairs. So I'm really excited about that once we get this bathroom in, which, I mean, you guys have seen the bathroom. It's not really that exciting. Yeah. And so this second apartment, I kind of pictured there being like, I don't know, like a college student combo, like they're roommates, and they're very musical and artsy. There's like a little easel outside and like a, what do they call those? A violin. Oh, and it was so funny. While I was building this, my husband and I put on another monitor, The Fly, which is an old movie. Probably, I think it's from the 1960s. And it's about this guy, and like he turns into half of a fly because he's a scientist, and his thing went really wrong. So, it was really quirky and weird. I was laughing the whole time. But yeah, it's a really cozy little apartment, and yeah. I may pause at some points in this part because I was just laughing the whole time. So, yeah. If any of you guys have seen that movie, just let me know. So, yeah. I don't know. Have you guys, like, been up to date with all the kind of drama going on with the Sims or EA, like the gurus and like the forums and stuff? Like, I feel really bad. I don't like it when people fight. I just wish we could all just kind of like work together and communicate and just like get things done in a nice way. It's just been too much. I can't handle it anymore. Because people, I mean, like, I went to art school, so I'm all about, like, constructive criticism because it's necessary at points, And when you're building a product for an audience, like, I feel like there should be some communication with the people, like, you're making the game for. So I think that's really important, but likewise, I think us as the fans could be a little bit nicer. And I've stated that before, but, like, I am really nervous now because, like, I know, like, I think it's, like, this drama between, like, The Sims VIP and one of the sim gurus. I can't remember which one. I don't really want to name them by names because I'm sure they're already going through a rough time, but I guess they had said something, and, The Sims VIP being a public forum for fans of The Sims 4, just wanted to be really open about stuff and, communicate with the fans and have a place where we can kind of complain about things without being without it being like, oh, you've insulted my game, because, there are complaints, like, there are things in the game that should be fixed, like the glitches and that sort of thing, and I think that they should know. But as far as, like, toddlers and stuff, like, they don't feel as if, like, they should put it in the game and that sort of thing. So it's been, like, a lot of drama. And The Sims 4 is not The Sims 3, The Sims 2, or The Sims 1. They're all separate games. And this is, like, its own, like, thing. So it's its own game. It has its own identity. They didn't want to put toddlers in it for some reason. And I mean, it's still early on, too, so, I mean, like, they have a long way to go as far as development goes, and I know as an artist, like, it can be really rough when you hear, like, criticism of your work, so, I don't know, like, but I think the big deal with the forums and the argument with one of the sim gurus was censorship, because they asked to retract the statement, and the Sims VIP was like, it's my right to not retract statements, and I'm really sorry, but this is just how it's gonna be, and I don't think that you're in the right. And it was done very well, very poignantly and everything, but, I mean, the internet went crazy yesterday, and I was terrified. Like, I came home from work and went on my Twitter, and it was just, like, everybody was outraged, like, on all ends, and I was just, like, hiding in my bed, just, like, with a blanket. I was like, I don't want to come out. I don't want to pick a side. I can see both of your all's point of views. Like, let's just get along. Let's just hear each other out. But with that said, I am honestly not a fan of censorship. I think there should be open communication within, like, communities and that sort of thing. But at the same time, I can see where they're coming from, the creators and everything. Like, because as an artist, it is really hard to hear things about your work. And, when you're happy with the product, like, you're like, well, shouldn't they be happy too? Like, why are they complaining, But there are people that are complaining that, have done it in a really nice, constructive way, and I kind of feel like you should listen to them. But that's just me. Yeah, anyway, we're working on this top apartment now, I think, and I don't know if I filmed the third floor. I can't remember, but this is by far my favorite apartment. This upstairs unit, it's so nice. Like, I just really want to live here. It's a very lofty style apartment, and I just love those big windows and everything. It's just perfect. I just want to live here. Not to toot my own horn or anything. I'm not saying that my work is the best work. I mean, I'm sure somebody could do a better job than me, but I mean, I would like to live here, and I kind of want to base this off of, like, something that I would want in my apartment. So, that's just kind of what I mean by that. I'm not trying to be snobby or anything like that. But yeah. Oh, also, I kind of wanted to talk about, Sims Noir. I think I'm gonna put that series on hold, and I will come back to it because I've had people, like, create Sims for it, and I want to, like, keep up with that, but recently I got a copyright claim on one of my videos, for the intro, the music for the intro, which I thought was public domain music, and I didn't really think anything about it, and I thought it was royalty free, but I guess it wasn't, and I really don't know whether I should dispute it or not, but I really don't want to deal with it, so I'm gonna have to redo the intro, so it's kind of under construction right now. I will get back to it, but for right now, we're gonna put it on hold, and, I just don't want to get in trouble. Speaking of censorship, like, YouTube is, like, been like under fire for their censorship things lately. It's just a big mess. The internet is just not a nice place right now. You know, if I didn't have people that I felt were worth it on here, I probably would have quit already. But I've really met some cool people. They're just, like, the Sims community overall has been so warm and welcoming. Like, they've opened me with, like, arms and, like, get a big virtual hug from them. So it's been really great getting to know everybody from, like, around the world and in the United States. Like, it'd be so cool if I could go to the Sims meetup. But I plan on trying next year. Actually, it's funny, my New Year's resolution was to get a passport. So it's still not the end of the year yet. So I still have some time. Maybe I can apply for one and get one. I don't know. So next year I can try to make it to the Simmers meetup. Maybe they could possibly have it in the United States. But I mean, like, it's good for people in Europe and all over to have access to it too. Maybe there could be multiple ones. I don't know who's in charge of it, but you know, it's just an idea, just putting that out there. And I really love how I separated the space, like the bedroom and the, you know, kitchen, dining room and everything. Like, I use bookshelves. It's so simple, but so effective. Like, it really does separate the space. So if you walk in, you're not, like, just looking at your bedroom, and you're like, oh, there's a bed, and that's where I eat, so. And then I put, like, a wall of clocks, so it's really, really fun. Yeah, I've really met some really cool people. Like, Roy plays The Sims, and she's so sweet. Like, how she's reached out to, like, the community by doing that collab, the Halloween collab. Which, by the way, I've been planning, and I'm super excited about, and I think I'm going to start it later today. Yeah, I'm so excited. And I got the Spooky Stuff Pack finally for, like, 50% off. So I got it for, like, $4.99, and I was like, that is such a good deal. So I was, like, really happy about that. And, yeah, I think, well, we do have one more apartment. Not sure if it got recorded or not, but we'll see. I might actually be moving on to the courtyard, or the back. I'm not sure. But I don't really, I mean, like, if I accidentally didn't record any of the apartments, it would be the third one. It's kind of the least impressive, but I will include screenshots so you will not be missing out. Honestly, it would have made the video even longer, so maybe it's a good thing it was excluded. I don't know. But it's kind of like the upstairs, it just kind of like a messier one. I wanted it to be more like a bachelor pad. I really like this little outdoor area. It's really cozy. I wish it hadn't glitched out in the screenshots. I really wanted to have a good shot of it. So, oh well. And actually, I did take screenshots, but I also have made another video so I could actually, like, I don't know, do some really cool shots and stuff. So, I'm gonna try that, like, but you guys tell me what you like better. Do you like the screenshots better, or do you like the cinematic views of the apartment? Because I can do either, and they both take about the same amount of time to create, so it's up to you. I'm gonna see how it does in editing, because I haven't edited it yet, but, yeah, just let me know down in the comments below what you think. So here we are, we're doing a quick save, and yeah, it's weird now because it's like not glitching. I think it's when I put the roof up that the back balconies glitch out, which is so strange. I don't really know why it does that, but here we are making the plan for the outside, and I do a really cool courtyard. I originally wanted to do a rooftop garden, but I just thought it would be too high up. So we do this instead, and I like this a lot. Like, I could see this being, like, in the middle of the city, you know, maybe they could have weddings here or something. And it's just really simple. But it just, like, adds a green space, but it's also very urban and that sort of thing. So, really, really happy with the way it turned out. we put like a fountain and just plants everywhere. So, and then seating and gardening. So if your Sims garden, and they can use this space for that to build up their skill. And of course I actually put plants in there, so you'll have to move those out of the way before you purchase anything for the planters. So yeah, just doing the terrain tools, trying to figure out how I want this to look. And we put some trees and like bamboo and stuff. I figured there would be different types of trees, not just one type, because I don't know if you guys have ever been to New York, but it's really, really diverse. There are a lot of different groups, so I imagine there being a lot of plants, different kinds of plants being brought over and that sort of thing. Yeah. Cool fact, my grandparents are from Sicily, and they came over to New York in, like, I think it was the early 1900s, maybe even the late 1800s. So that's just a really fun thing, very interesting for me to look up and research. They're from Sicily, so very cool. They're not alive now, but I don't know. Yeah, we are finishing up here, and I am so happy you guys joined me today. I hope this is enjoyable for you. I'm sure you've seen a lot of apartment builds lately. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you get inspiration from this. So stay inspired. I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you all so much for joining me. Bye.